Hey, hello guys. How are you? Chat here. All right. Nice to have you here again. Happy Monday. How was your trading today? Hello, Justin, Cuba. Hola, mi yo. Hey, Diane. Hi, Lara. Sabrina, Tocayo. Hello, Muhammad. Dipti, Diana. Welcome back, Diana. Hello, Ilya. And Sven. Hello, Jatin. That's a new name for me. Welcome here. I don't remember watching your name. Welcome. Hello, Patrick. Hey, Divan. DC. Sabrina. We shall keep Apple last. I know. Yeah. Well, probably that's a that's a very good idea. The one the real reason of Apple being the first on my list is just because the spelling. uh, but you're right. Maybe we should have Apple just in case we still get some time, right? Hello, Gisela. Oh, so Gisela, are you Gigi? I think you are, right? You are Gigi, right? Thank you for your messages. Hey, Palmavera. Hello, Aldo. A little lost on Palantir. You know what? Guys, I've been telling you the past few weeks. For being honest, I don't like to trade on all time highs. That's just me. Do you remember I told you every time like your strategy should fit your personality and your person and not the other way around. I mean, you should not be trying to fit your personality to a strategy. Why? Because your performance should be your performance should be based on your strengths. So if you are fitting a strategy into your personality, what you are doing, well, you are leveraging on what you do well, and that's the best case. That's the best case. But if you are trying to fit your personality into a trading strategy, it might be a different risk tolerance. It might be a more aggressive way to enter into a trade, or maybe a more conservative way, and you are just like wasting your preparation or your spidey sense about trades, right? Uh, right. Yeah, Palantir. Oh, okay. Palantir played with you guys. Hey Joseph, hey Rael, Chris. Just started in the accelerator. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Uh, Deepti, Nvidia. Ah, I, I'm feeling a bit of FOMO with Nvidia, and I'll show you why. I'll show you why. Jason, it's not allowed to retract messages. No, I'm just kidding. Hello, Anthony. Hola, Alex. GG Justin, small Nvidia win today. That's nice. Jason, what do you think? Nvidia 146. We're going about that. We're going about that. Prince of Jen, was there any entry for AMD or QQQ based on your strategy? No. And I'm going to explain why. Muhammad makes sense. More a psychology thing. I didn't want the penalty. Yeah. Rael, welcome to the No Trade team. Hey, Paul! Thank you, Paul, for joining. I know this is a whole challenge. Thank you for your time, my friend. Sabrina, DC, Palantir, Nvidia. How do I send you a pic of my mock Nvidia trade? Do it on the Traders Lab chat. Do it on the Traders Lab chat. Palantir bit my butt. AVEO. We should replace Apple with AVEO. I see more people taking AVEO trades than Apple. Probably. Palantir and Nvidia. AMD made for it. That's good. All right. All right, guys. So let's get this started. So Apple here. I know you and me and nobody trust Apple, but let's have it here. Do you see my right panel here? Do you see the names that I'm watching? Right here on the right panel. Can you see it here? Yes. Okay. So as I was telling you guys, I'm watching my main names, but in the alphabetical order. So that's why it's Apple, AMD, Amazon, Nvidia, Tesla, and then the other ones that I'm just watching because of you guys. Uh, Microsoft, Meta, Palantir, and Google. I've been taking Microsoft trades this year, but right now it's on all-time high. So I will probably wait for some sort of retracement or retest of a previous key level for me to start something. Chris Neto, I should probably ask this on Discord, but is the accelerator included in Traders Lab membership? Yes, it is. No, it's included. Ask money on your inner team chat. Ask money for access. It's not alphabetical. It is AA, AM, AMD, AMZ, NB, TS, and then the others. It's not. Yeah. It's my top watches and the others. Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's see at these guys. All right. So we have Amazon just chilling, ranging here, and then it broke the high of the day, 5 minute opening range. Came here, this 198.23. What is this 198.23? I want to show you. I mean, I know you already know, but let's take a look for the ones that just joined. So look at these guys. 198.23. It's a multiple touches key level on the daily chart. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and several touches here. So this orange line 198.23, 198, oh, right here, 198.23. It's a multiple touches key level on the daily chart. So I was thinking that it was running out of fuel here, but look at these candles here. So we had this break and retest of high of the day, 5 minute opening range. For people that say, hey, no, this went deeper to the 5 minute opening range. Yes, but look at this. This is a very nice order block right here, the 1 minute, very close to high of the day, 5 minute opening range. Perfect retest here, and then go. So if you were planning into a trade right here, you have a few entry opportunities here, and if you have your risk right here at the bottom of these retesting candles, and you were aiming to this 198.41. Why is this one? What is this? I want to talk. 198.41. It's previous Wednesday lows and relevant key level on Thursday. Everything is on the 15-minute chart. All right. So if you were aiming to this key level here, it's a 1-to-2 reward ratio trade. I know Apple should be, having some sort of continuation, but it was kind of trying to follow the indices. So while the indices actually indices went nuts this morning. I don't know what happened today, but they went completely nuts. Look at these candles here. Then this, it just, how do you say it? They launch this like a rocket. So we had a strong action on the indices to the upside. So Apple was kind of following, but look at this. While indices were consolidating, yeah, it was this retracement here. But then indices started going higher and higher and higher, and this thing just, I mean, it never reclaimed high of the day. It never reclaimed high of the day. However, if you were aiming for a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio trade, this 198.41 offered you this, and you actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like a dozen opportunities to take partial right here on the 1 to 2 reward ratio trade. So this might be a good trade for you. Not sure if anyone took a trade on Apple. I want to see. No one, right? Hey guys, I don't want you to be biased by me. If you see something on Apple and it fits your entry criteria and you like it, I mean, we are not gonna talk about you. Maybe not. But this was an Apple opportunity here. So anyone took Apple today? Not in your focus list. Yeah. Neither in mine. Not sure if you can see here. This is my watch list. Oh, this is my watch list, and I don't have Apple here. I switched to Palantir and Microsoft, and I have my main watches: Amazon, AMD, Nvidia, and Tesla here. So yeah, the Apple is not in my watch list. All right. Well, let's go to the next one. AMD. What happened to AMD? Someone, I don't know, like it wake up, took steroids instead of coffee. What happened to AMD? This was a super nice trade here. This was a super nice trade here. Let me tell you what I got on my plans for AMD. All right. This was a good one. I shared on the admin's trading floor channel. I shared this. Need to strongly break 119.5. 119.5 right here. Oh, where is it? Yeah, this line here. 119.5. Strong break, or it could be, look at this. I was watching this. I was on the 1 hour chart, and I told you guys, be careful of this. This could be the very beginning of, this could be the very beginning of a head and shoulders. So watch out with this, or if we need a strong push to 195, 119.50. That's what I said. That's what I said on our admin's channel. And what happened here? Once we broke 119.50, the thing is, it's a Monday. You know, guys, I take Mondays with a grain of salt, right? Because it's like market waking up with some hangover from the weekend. So usually, I'm very patient on the market, giving 10, 15, 20 minutes for the market to settle after open. But on Mondays are the one day that I be that I try to be the most patient. So we have here our strong break of 119.50 right here. This was 119.50. I'm gonna add it here. 119.50. Look at this. Oh, I didn't want this. I want this. 119.50 here. So we had this break and retest of 119.50. But guess what? 9:36, 6 minutes into the market. I'm telling you guys, I usually am very patient at the open. But on Mondays, it's like I'm double patient. Why? Because it's just waking up. It went for a party. War news, Trump news, China news, tariff news, oil news. Everything was happening on the weekend. Everything was happening on the weekend. So I'm not taking a trade 5 minutes into the market. But we had this. We had this, and if you were aiming to the next key level, this 121.50, it was a 1 to 2.7 risk reward ratio trade. And if by any chance you took this and you hold for the external liquidity 122.25, it was a 1 to 4. Next key level, next external liquidity 128. Next level 129 point something, right? So this was an amazing trade if you took it today. Hey Neto, okay, well I get it. You didn't want to be here, right here. Any other opportunity here? Okay, well, what about this first retracement? Absolutely on the middle of nothing. Absolutely on the middle of nothing. Hey, what about this 940? It's the break and immediate retest of this 5 minute opening range. All right, well, let's take a look to indices, what they were doing here. 940, 940. Well, first, you are still on the first 10 minutes. Second, this is a breakout, guys. This is not a break and retest. Third, look at the indices. SPY was at the top of the 5 minute opening range. QQQ was in the middle of the 5 minute opening range. So will you take this? Absolutely not. Not for me. I mean, I'm not saying this is not right. What I'm saying is this is not a break and retest. This is a breakout trade. They are cousins, part of the same family, but not the same thing. So this is not a break and retest, but if you took this, I mean, same thing. It went nuts. I mean, anything that you took today on AMD, it just went nuts, right? So next opportunity here. Okay, well, what is the next retracement here? Well, you will say, is this a break and retest of high of the day? I don't know, guys. I mean, this for me, this is not even a break, right? I mean, this is not even a break. Look at this. The bodies of these candles are not even closing above this previous high. All right, so this is not a break and retest. What about this? Well, this is not a break and retest, guys. And the next one? Well, the next one is it's a baby displacement here. Let me take my microscope here. Yes, it's a baby displacement here. Guys, would you take this? And let me show you what the indices were doing. Would you take this here? First, I mean, yes, you had a retest here, but if you are buying on the candle closure, you are buying at high of the day. So that's against my rules. I'm not buying calls at high of the day. I may buy puts on low of the day, but never never calls on high of the day. And what the indices were doing? Well, they were having a retracement, but look at this move here on the indices. Indices were having a lot of strength. They were both having a lot of strength. So, is this a break and retest? Yes. Did it offer a good entry point? No, not for me. Okay, what about the next one, Neto? Here. Is this a baby displacement? Yes, this is another baby displacement, guys. Is this a strong reaction on this order block? Yes. So if I buy here, I'm just 2 cents away of high of the day. So this is again not a good chance for me. So, and what we were having here, well, strong reaction. Yeah, no. The indices were, consolidating at high of the day. So what about this one here? It was 10-10. We had this break, baby displacement here. Maybe if you were considering this order block here, it was kind of valid here. So baby displacement here, but more decent displacement. So first thing here, guys, I know AMD like the back of my hand. I've been trading AMD heavily for the past 12, 18 months. We are right here sitting on this 123.26. We open right here 118.50. Is this a regular standard move from AMD? Absolutely not. For me, I wouldn't enter a trade above 121.50. Why? Because that's what AMD does. I mean, AMD moves a few points and that's it. Today it went nuts, completely nuts, but this is completely out of standard, right? This is completely out of standard. So I wouldn't trust any move here. I know. I mean, trade your chart, not your heart. But data on my journal says that this is not a regular move. But okay, well, let's play it, right? So here I had these two circles here. So this retracement here and then the bounce back for both indices going again for high of the day was this. Look at this, is this candle. So after this reaction here, and indices moving to high of the day, well, I will open a position here. Let's say you open your position here. You have your risk at the bottom of this retesting candle. Why? Because you are already overextended, right? You're already overextended here. So you don't want to give too much of a room for a retracement. Why? Because right here, I will be expecting a retest of this 122.25, 122.16. Why? Because this is a key level on the daily chart. That's external liquidity, guys. And this 122.16, again, multiple touches on the daily chart. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, I don't know how many days. Oh, I'm sorry. It was this. Anyway, right? Anyway. 122.16. So I was expecting here, the obvious move was a retest of this area here. But no, it kept going higher. So if you open your position here, a small risk right here, and what I will be aiming, well, next key level is this previous week high, 124.47. And what happened here? Look at this. Not a single down closing candle until here, 125.25. So if you took something like this, the list that I was expecting here, it's a 1 to 4 risk reward ratio trade. Why? We had this break of high of the day, baby displacement here, retest of this order block, high of the day, indices pushing higher right here on this candle that you are also looking right here. Look at this right here. Can you see the crosshair here? Right here, it's indices pushing higher to high of the day. So yeah, so if you enter here, that's awesome. And for being honest, guys, if I wasn't trusting the move around here, I won't enter here, right? I won't enter here. Yes, I mean we had this gap filled. This is a gap on the daily chart. It was already filled. Look at this. What is going on with AMD? Do you think we're gonna hit 200 soon? Nah, it's too far, right? 200 is too much. Yeah, well, that's what they say when it was in 220, and they say, "Will go, will we go back to 100?" And they say, "No way, it's impossible." Well, I think we actually hit 85 or something like that. Okay, so you got the idea with AMD. Let me go to the chat. Let me go to the chat because you have the best ideas here. So, okay. Oh my gosh, we are very active on the chat. Um, Sabrina, looking at the indices, at what time do you establish the trend? I think the break and retest of this 5-minute opening range. So let's say 952, 949, maybe. Um, okay. How do you draw your order block? Oh, I miss it. I don't know where. But the order blocks are usually the down closing candle on an uptrend or the up closing candle on a downtrend. All right. Apple. Not lately. Apple. A plus setup. Just missed. Alex, I was waiting for a retest of previous day high here. No way. 117.88. Rael was looking for some pullback for AMD entry. Yeah, I was looking for AMD. Every candle on AMD this morning, I was watching it closely, but I mean, we didn't have a good entry for real. I mean, it just went nuts. I was looking, I was looking Ramesh trade today, and he was very brave. I mean, he entered 936. So that's the thing. I mean, if you have a higher time frame idea or thesis, you can be very confident. Yeah, you can be very confident about your play. But I wasn't that confident. Um, before today, I wasn't even trusting AMD going higher. I mean, I just show you. I was, like maybe looking for a head and shoulders there, but it broke with a lot of strong. So well, now we're talking, right? Now we can believe this is an actual uptrend. We had a change of character on the daily chart. So yeah, now we are trusting AMD. All right. So to the upside. Um, Sabrina, AMD entered 1018, 1018, 1018. Why 1018? Like you were looking for something like this. Sabrina, I'm gonna tell you because nobody's gonna tell you, but you were chasing. you were chasing. That's the ugly truth. You were chasing. I'm glad. I'm very glad that you. I mean that it went good, but you were chasing for real. So 10:18 is right here. 10:36. Oh my gosh, you made money. You made money today. Glad for you. Glad for you. But the real raw truth is you were chasing. You didn't even have. Look at this. You didn't even have a retest of anything. Not not even, yeah, of anything. Or are you gonna tell me like, oh, this was the reclaim of 124? I don't think so, right? But if you do, just let me know. If you had an idea, if you had a plan for that, that's good. Um, where I am. Okay. Paul, Neto, that being said, do you prefer basically just trading Tuesday to Thursday primarily? No, no, no. I mean, I I'm just more careful on Mondays and Fridays. And Fridays only if I'm trading same day expiration. Because if I'm not like in the mood or like mentally prepared for the Friday plays, I just take next week expiration, and that's like a regular day for me. And Mondays I'm just trying to be a little bit more patient because again, like today, I mean, we have war news, oil news, Trump news, tariff news, China news, and to this week we're gonna have the FOMC decision. So I mean, everything was happening this week, and also Thursday. Thursday is a holiday, so everything is happening this week. And I think Friday there's is this quad witching thing. So there's a lot of options expiring. So today was just the day to be patient. Chris, I like 940 on AMD. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. 943 from closing above. Palmavera, good job. I mean, yeah, I mean, no trade. It's a good position. You don't want to force anything because again, today we were lucky and AMD just flew, right? It just flew. But any other day it could just reverse. And nice job waiting for your A plus setup. Um, Princess Jen, I didn't see a setup on AMD either. Yeah, it just went nuts. But I mean, it never offered something good for an entry. If we see that in the Asia session and London session we have a huge push up, can we expect the same in the New York? It's not a rule. It's not a rule. It's a coincidence, yes. AMD ATR is 4.5. Well, 4.5 starting on 118 here. Yeah, right here. That was everything for, I mean, ATR speaking, right? ATR speaking. But usually the ATR, it's coming from the session opening. So probably, well, the opening was here, 117.55. Yeah, so yeah, everything around here, 121.50, right, was the ATR for this thing. For the ones that don't know what ATR means, ATR stands for average true range. So it's the average of how much a name goes up or down. Um, I'm late morning. You guys go over Amazon? No, not yet. Laura, this is more of a coincidence. Yes. What AMD is making with inference 200s are real until the end of the year? Yeah, probably. Higher time frame thesis on AMD earlier today was neutral bearish. Yeah, it was more neutral bearish. Just as I explained, this was probable head and shoulders. It was a retest of 122. Yeah. Aggressive entry, yes. Seen multiple tickers do this and have different entry points each time. This, I've seen multiple tickers do this and I have different entry points each time. What are you measuring each time? The 5 minute opening range. I took the 1 minute. Yeah, you know what? I don't usually take the 1 minute opening range unless it's something super aggressive, but I usually don't. And when I use it, it's to the downside. Friday is triple witching OPEX. Yeah, something like that. It's something crazy. And also holiday on Thursday. So Friday is gonna be a tough day. So you may want to take a super long weekend. Who do you use for news? Um, the Bloomberg. Yeah, I just follow Bloomberg, but I'm not trading the news. I'm not trading the news, so I mean I don't watch news during the market hours. Right, let's go to Amazon. Amazon, guys. I was telling you this morning. I was telling you this morning that I'm not trusting Amazon until we break this box here, or at least 216. What happened today? Rejection, second rejection, third rejection. So 216 is my key level here for Amazon. All right. So, hey Neto, and why you didn't take this thing here? Well, because I don't want to be in the middle of a trade of 1 point or 2 points here, huge rejections, and yeah, I mean, I just don't want to be there. And for being honest, I was watching this 5 minute opening range break and retest. And yes, I did like a lot this break and retest of the 5 minute opening range. But for me, this white box has been a very flipping zone, supply demand flip zone. Too many times for counting today, but this white box, I mean, if you have been here with me, I think we have this white box since day one, and day one was on March. So I wasn't entering into a trade right at the edge of my white box here. That's why I didn't take this trade. But this trade ended being an amazing trade. Yes, it ended being that way, but it could be the other way around, right? So I was just, my plan still is until we strong break of 216. I'm not taking anything on Amazon. I need a break and hold of 216 to take something on Amazon. So, but okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you guys. So we had two different opportunities here, at least on my that I like, right? We have this break and retest of the 5 minute opening range. We have this break, look at this, break and retest of what? Pre-market high. Kind of the same thing, risk here. Something like here. So this was a second trade, break and retest of pre-market high. And the third one was this. This is a break and retest or almost retest of the previous day high. But, oh well, and I didn't tell you, but this trade, I actually like it because here, can you see what was happening on the indices? They were pushing higher. Like, well, first, this on the 5 minute opening range, look at the circles, right? Look at the circles on the indices. They were a nice push to high of the day. Then, this second trade here, it's the second circle on indices. So, again, break and retest of pre-market high, previous day high. So, nice push higher on both indices. But what about this trade here? So, okay, so a few things here. Now we are inside of this white box. Now we are inside of this white box. Let me work with this. How can I? Oh, here. Is it? Some, well, I don't know how to no. Ah, okay. Here. Good. Sorry. Okay, so this thing here, a few things. We are. I don't remember who told me the ATR for AMD. Can you tell me the ATR for Amazon? We open here to 1230 to 1230. So right here we are 2 points away of it. That's not too much. That's not too much actually. But I want to tell you this. So I draw this trend line on SPY and QQQ, and I want to show you this. So right here, where when I will enter this trade after this retest of previous day high, what is going on? Well, it's actually Amazon was a classic cup and handle. So it's actually pushing higher. Yeah, well, this is actually pushing higher. So this is a nice trade here. But when you start thinking on this, well, when you see this consolidation here and you start looking at the indices, actually on a downtrend. But right here, this break of 214.84, what happened with SPY? It's holding this, I'm sorry, with QQQ, it's holding this 534 external liquidity key level on the daily chart, and boom, it actually bloomed all the way to 216. 216 was my ultimate key level for today, but for me, this was just extra today. ATR 4.33 for Amazon. So guys, well, we are not then that far. We started 212, we ended 216. That's your that those are your 4 points. Well, that's not bad. That's actually not bad. But I have a question for you guys. I don't do this usually. The ATR should be from yesterday's close or from today's open. I think it's from previous day close, right? I don't know. So, all right, guys. Now I see this is Rondo. This is the cup and handle, you say? Yeah, well, this is the break and retest of this 5 minute opening range. Uh, Today's high, right? High of the day. All right. So these were the 2 or 3 opportunities that I watched on Amazon today. So the first, break and retest of this 5 minute opening range. The second, break and retest of this previous day high here. And third, or pre-market high, and this third one was the break and retest of this previous day high and previous high of the day, right? Did I take this? I didn't, because as I was explaining you, this white box for me has been a strong key level or keystone for months now. So I didn't want to be stuck into this range here. All right, let me go to the chat. Alex, enter 1043, 1043, 1043 right here. That was a good entry. That's the actual trade we were talking about. Amazon 1007. Nice. 1010 and 1012. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Hey Neto, do you ever call out your possible trade entries in real time in the Discord? I do. I shared them on the admins channel before market open. Sven took 1017 and 1043. 1017, nice. And 1043. That's also very nice. Hey, good entries. Good entries, Sven. Very good entries. Congrats. Chris, surely the first trade is decent because the indices are retesting the order block. Yes. QQQ. Amazon ATR 433. Classic. Yes, I saw TSM. Hara. Hims. Is this showing where you will have exited the trade on Amazon? No, it's not. But let's look at this. For example, I'm gonna disregard this one and let's use this one, all right? First trade on Amazon. We had this break and retest of the 5-minute opening range. I wouldn't enter on the first retest. I will enter on the second candle here, maybe right above the first candle here. My risk will be the bottom of this candle here. And I will be aiming for this, this 214.50 here. All right. Okay. So now, yeah, this 214.50 here. All right. So now I will be taking maybe 1/4 of my position right here, 214. Why? Because this is the high of the day, right? So you take maybe 1/4 of your position here. Then I will be taking 50% of my position here. So 1/4 plus half plus 2/4. So I'm just holding 25 my position right here. Why? Because right here it's a 1 to 2.8 risk reward ratio trade. This is just here, it's a nice trade. And then here I will be start looking for a change of character. So right now we have here our higher high, higher low, higher high. This is a higher low. This is a higher high. This is a higher low, higher high. And here I will be saying like, okay, well, I will be looking to manage my position here if we don't recover nicely here. But look at these candles here. This, especially this 1042 candle, maybe I will take some of my position here. I'm not gonna lie. So if I still holding 25% of my position, maybe I will sell, I don't know, 10% of my position here. Why? Because here it was a 1 to 2.3. 1 to 2.3 risk reward rated rate. So why not taking something here? So why not taking something here? So now I'm just holding 10% of my position. So if this thing goes to my entry level, or something lower here, I can cut my position. But now you are watching a good recovery here. Good recovery here. And now you are just looking for a change of character, and you never got a change of character here. Can you see? You never got a change of character here. So because even this, you can say like, okay, well, this was not the my change of character, or this was not my lower high. Maybe it was here. So now I have something like this, and this is a higher low. And now, well, yeah, now you have everything, right? But I mean, this might be some just noise between your key levels, right? Because once you have hit your key levels, now, I mean, you start going on key levels, and yes, you are watching market structure, but you are watching your key levels also. So this pullback to this previous day high, you wait for reaction here, and look at this. You actually never hit previous day high. So this is a nice sign of price wanting to go higher. So because you never broke structure here, where will you exit? I don't know. Maybe bar by bar. If look at this, if you were trying something like bar by bar after your high of the day, maybe you cut something here, 215.50, and then, well, after this strength, I couldn't cut anything until 216. And 216 because it's a round number, strike number. So here you start watching your market structure and your key levels, right? So even with a down close candle like this, like, I mean, if you were going bar by bar, this is not a strong reaction, right? This is not a strong reaction. 215.50, that was kind of expected, right? That's a round number. So I don't know. Probably I will cut my position all the way to here. 250. I mean, or once you hit this, if you were just holding 10% of your position, you are cutting 5%. I mean, not sure if you remember my Trade charts, but once I hit my first target, I'm like, if I still have 10 contracts, I go by, okay, 2 here, 2 next push, 2 the other push, 2 this pullback, and I just start playing with my remaining contracts. Okay. Before market open, that's cool. Do you have criteria what qualifies as a market structure pullback? I don't. I mean, I wouldn't know how to explain this. But, I mean, that's the other thing. For example, right here, it's 11 in the morning, right here. So I wouldn't be watching this on the 1 minute chart. I will be watching this on the 5 minute. And look at this. This is actually looking super bullish. This is actually looking super bullish here. So if you can see this is your change of character right here, 215, but it's 1:30 in the afternoon. So yeah, so after, I don't know, maybe after 10:30, I just switch to the 5 minute, or at least I'm watching the 5 minute. So if you don't want to be all zoom in on the 1 minute chart after 10:30, I mean after 1 hour into the market, you don't want to be like this zoom in. Right? Let's go to Nvidia, guys. So this was this was the trade everyone was expecting, right? Everyone was expecting. In my trading plans this morning, I told you I want a strong break of 145. Why? Because we have been watching. Oh, this is the 1 hour. We have been watching this. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we have been watching this 145 for a few days now, right? So this is the 145 area. So we have 1, 2, 3 attempts. So I was waiting for the 145 to actually break and believe in this move. Believe in this move. Not before 145. But for example, Tony was looking for this. This was the break and retest of high of the day, 5 minute opening range. So I think he entered into position on this candle, this 1010 candle. And it was looking good. It was looking good. Look at the indices. Indices were pushing higher. It was a look at this. It was a retest. Well, nothing here. But it was a nice retest here of QQQ, or the block here, retest QQQ, pushing higher after this retest and reclaim of 5 minute opening range. I really like it. I really like it. But I said, I'm not believing anything until we break 145. So they opened this position here. They had the risk right at the bottom of these candles here. So Nvidia, what happened? Started consolidating around this area, and then they were stopped right here. This 1050 candle. This 1050 candle. And what happened 2 candles later? Boom. Look at this. Look at this. 146.14 was the rejection area. 146.14. And look at this. Now 146. It's now 146 is your area, right? 146 is your area now. But okay, well, but here it was 144, and then, well, here it was 144, then it was 145 here, and then, well, now it's 146. But as you can see here, I was expecting for this break, and nothing happened after this break until this, right? So no entry point for me. And this trade here, it was just a shame, right? It was just a shame because they were stop out right here, 1050, or maybe this 1047. But anyways, I mean, they were stop out like 2, 3, 5 minutes before the real move on Nvidia. But well, that's fine. I mean, that was the plan, and I'm prouder of following my plan than forcing trades. And this trade was not for me because in my trading plan I had this break of 145. So I didn't take this trade. And look at this. I was lucky because, well, I mean, not lucky, but it just didn't fit my system because I was expecting for a higher move from all these touches here. 145, 145, 145. So I was just being patient here. And this is a shame because I know a lot of people in the community took this trade here. This break and retest, 5 minute opening range, or the block here, high of the day. It was a nice one. It was a very nice trade here. It's just unfortunate that this didn't follow. This didn't follow, and then boom, this move. Well, I'm sorry, guys. Nvidia. Do you have? Okay. SP500 seems to be building bullish liquidity right now. Yes. Nvidia knowing me today. Nvidia was a delay fuse. Yes. Nvidia stopped me out for a small loss this morning. Rondo, where was your did you take something like this trade here? This was your trade? Something like this? Justin, I entered 937 candle. 937? Dude, come on. 937. Break and retest of previous day high. Never broke my stop loss or wrote it or for small win. Stop at 1007. Small win, liar. That was a nice move. Rael was looking at the same 1010 setup. 1010 setup right here. Okay. But I did not like that the indices were near external liquidity levels at the time, so did not take it. Nice correlation, Rael. Nice correlation. So 1010 right here, 1010 right here. Yeah. Close to external liquidity. Yes. So what are you waiting here? Well, a break of that liquidity and then a retest. Nice job there, Rael. Sven, Nvidia 1053. Sven, Nvidia 1053. Reclaim here. 1102. That was a nice trade. It was a 1 to 3 risk reward rated trade. So Sven, that's not small. Chris enter 1010, exit 1022. 1022. Yeah. Sabrina, I understand you wanted it to move beyond the 145, but the trade itself will have been more than 1 to 2 reward. Yeah, but I mean, I didn't want to open any position before going above 145. I mean, it's not that I wanted here 145. It's that I didn't want to open a position before breaking 145. Do you recommend a little bit of discretion, or should you always stay into your stop loss no matter what? Well, Chris, I'm always watching price action. So if price action it's telling you or screaming at you that it's gonna hit your stop loss, I mean you may want to trigger your stop loss before. You don't wait. You don't wait until last second. But you need to be looking. Yeah, you need to be looking at price action around your stop loss. Um, Rondo, yes, okay. Nice trade. Nice trade, Rondo. Nvidia took today 145 break and retest. There was no retest, Alok. There's no retest. 145. At tops, at tops, there's this break and retest of high of the day, but look at this. There's no displacement. This is immediate retest. Indices, what were the indices? What the indices were doing? Downtrend the indices. Yeah, that's why I didn't, like, well, first it was 11 in the morning. If you have been following what I say, I usually close my broker by 10:40, 10:45. If something is actually developing, 10:45. But if not, like today, 10:40. I close my broker 10:40 today. Rondo 10:08, 10:49. Yeah. Price action was telling me Nvidia was weak, but then, for example, Tony and Jack stay in and it ran, I will have missed it, but they didn't. So just stick to your plan. You stick to your plan. You don't chase. You don't follow blindly. You stick to your plan. All right, let's go to what is this, guys? What is this? What do you think is this? Well, this is the nightmare of all traders. Tesla consolidating. Chop, 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 barcode, nothing, chop, crap, trash. Yes, all of them. All of them. Uh, should we stay here for a second? I don't think so, right? No trade. Yeah, yeah, no trade. All right. So, guys, I'm going just to Palantir and I want to show you this. I want to show you this. I want to show you this. Once we break the 5-minute opening range, yes, we have this retest here. For those that were following Palantir, it was a nice break and retest right here. What were the indices doing? Pushing higher. So you open your position here. You have your stop loss right at the bottom of this candle. You had high of the day for a 1-to-2 reward ratio trade, but it didn't work. It didn't work. And what happened later? What happened later? Well, I had this trend line for you guys to make it easier. But can you spot this? Nice and easy market structure to the downside. When is this breaking? Well, this higher high, right? Higher high. But after this failure to create a new high of the day, look at this break of this key point, retest of this key point. And if you want to, you can actually draw an order block here, right? Downside, up close candle right here is this candle wick here, order block. So we have this break and retest. And now, if you are following closely, the indices, that was the very top of the move. That was the very top of the move for SPY, not for QQQ. QQQ, something happened here, and it had a nice recovery. But right here, it was the break and retest. And what was happening on the indices? Right at the top of the move. So this could be a bear flag. Someone says bear flag. Do you see a bear flag on Palantir before moving to the downside? Yes. This is it. Right? So this retest of this order block here and the move to the downside, well, I mean, I'm not saying that you will take something like this, but if you did, you have your risk at the top of this candle, this retesting candle, and you are aiming what? Well, your first key level is this 5-minute opening range. Well, this is the 1-minute opening range. It's a 1 to 3.36. Hey, Neto, but you are in the middle of the 5-minute opening range. Yes, but after this move and after this clear downtrend, will you take this? This is a question for you. Will you take this trade here with the indices right at the top of the, well, and this is something that you cannot know, right? I mean, you don't know if the indices were coming for this retest and pushing higher. You can know, right? You don't know. But if you know that they need to push lower for this pullback, well, what do you do? Well, you take the ride. Right? You take the ride to the downside. If this is showing weakness, and here you need a pullback for continuation, well, you take the ride. And that's it. Sabrina, Palantir, crazy fake out. Yeah, for being honest, this is a fake out. Sad story. 954. 954. Hey, Sven, my friend, congratulations. I'm watching that you are actually watching the same trade opportunities than me. You have been having a lot of improvement on your entries, on your eyes. Congratulations. That's only results of your hard work. And I know you are working hard on this. Congratulations, Sven. Put what were not in your plan. Yeah, yeah. Why did you not take Palantir? I don't. I mean, I don't trade Palantir. It's all-time highs, and also it's not a name. It's a name that I started watching a few weeks ago, but I'm not actively watching like back testing and forward testing. It's just I'm watching it because you guys do it, so I want to be prepared for these trade reviews. But I'm not. I don't have Palantir into my plans for today. What is the settings to see the daily key levels with Minas indicators? What do you mean the settings? Well, I do have I do have a lot of customization here, especially with the tags and also with the lines, but also with the allocation of the tags, because I want to show you the tags close to what we are watching instead of at the end of the on real time. So I have like minus 120 or something like that. So you can see the tags like right here close to what we are actually watching. But I will ask Mina for something that you want to, if you need some changes. Um, I don't like it because no reference build yet. Yeah, exactly, because it's on all-time highs. I don't I don't like the Fibonacci thing. I do know how to use it. I don't have any practice on it, so I'm not drawing key levels to the upside. So yeah. All right. So guys, thank you very much for your time. I'll try to keep this short. I'm gonna try to run all the week, trying to be below the 1 hour timestamp. So you know the drill. You know the drill. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. We are 411 subscribers now. Woohoo! So I'm very happy that more and more people is taking advantage of this exercise. I actually, Gigi, how did you say it? It's your name? Gisela. Gigi, she's from another community where I share my ideas and I learn a lot. So this channel is going to a lot of people, and I love it because I'm just trying to show you how to spot good entries according to the break and retest strategy. I always try to give you my playbook so you understand my actual plays, but also I'm reviewing, other opportunities like this one on Palantir, right? I mean, I will never take put out of this top of the chart key level. But if you are watching market structure, I can, this is a good spot. It's just out of my playbook, and that's something that I want to explain you every time you come here. This is my playbook. This is out of my playbook, but you can start building your own playbook. Uh, so this channel is open. Invite, yes, yes, yes. Invite your friends. Invite your other traders that you know. I will look for your info on the pre-market tomorrow. Yes, Ron. I usually share my ideas, at least one or two ideas. As you know, I'm not watching a hundred of names. I'm actively watching only four names, and sometimes I just go to Palantir or Microsoft or something like that. Yeah, invite friends, spouses, neighbors. Yeah, everyone. Go to the street. Go to the street. Start inviting people. All right, guys. Thank you very much for your time. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.